The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bike MS Inside Out Kickoff Celebration. In lieu of adding energy and excitement to tonight's webcast, all voices will be read in a monster truck voice like this. Welcome to Bike MS Inside Out. We will be back with you momentarily. Okay, we were really kidding, but please remember to hydrate and eat your protein prior to the start of today's meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, another reminder, if wearing your bicycle shorts during tonight's broadcast meeting, please remember to remove them before taking out the trash or going to the office tomorrow, should you actually be going into the office. Nobody really needs to see that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Marisa Hull. I am the Vice President for Bike MS for the Society, and I'm so honored to be here with my friend and fellow amazing cyclist and fundraiser extraordinaire, Audrey Blank. Hey, Audrey.
Hey, how are you, Marisa?
Good. It's good to see you again.
It is so good to see you. I am so excited to be here.
Those announcements. Wow, we've taken it up a notch in this virtual world. I hope we're not going to do the monster truck voice, but we'll make sure to bring that back later for sure.
Exactly. We will do it, but it's going to be a fun night full of a lot of great information to kick off this amazing Bike MS Inside Out event. And so I'm so excited to be here, Marisa, and share my story about how I got involved with the National MS Society. And, you know, we have exciting news from my team, which is Team Audrey's Heroes. And so I got involved in 2007 when I heard the words, "You have MS." And as a person who at the time was going about life like everyone else, hanging out with my friends and my family and going to work. And then within a couple of weeks, I was all of a sudden having trouble walking and talking and remembering the most basic of things. And in that time frame, I was going to doctors and having MRIs and blood tests and spinal taps and everything to figure out. And when the doctor said that I had MS, there was a sense of nervousness, but there was also a sense of relief because now I knew what was wrong. And my personality type is I'm a kind of a go-getter. And so I said, okay, well, we're going to figure this out. So I reached out to the National MS Society and did my research and became involved. And as I said, I became a national team captain for Team Audrey's Heroes. And this year we have reached our cumulative fundraising of $1 million.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're so excited. We're a team of about 40 people, individual cyclists that are just committed to creating a world free of MS. And, you know, that money that we raised for the National MS Society, it went to things, of course, towards research to help end MS, but it also went to community programs and supports because MS doesn't just affect me, it affects my entire family. And my daughter was 3 years old when I got sick and was diagnosed. And so there were times that she literally, I couldn't go upstairs to kiss her goodnight because I just didn't have the strength to climb up the stairs, or I just was too fatigued to go outside and play with her. And so now that she's older and is an adult, you know, she understands and is still committed to creating a world free of MS and being a top fundraiser. And it's just truly amazing what the society does. And I'm so grateful for the supports and the everything the MS Society has. Like I said, there's family camp. So my daughter got to meet other kids whose families were living with MS. And my husband found that support. You know, job support, all of those things were so helpful. And I'm so thankful for the MS Society to do that. And, you know, one of the main things that I'm so grateful for is the National MS Society has given me what I call my heroes, people that I can reach out to when I'm having a bad day, when I'm, struggling with trying to find a word for something, or struggling just with dealing with living with MS. And these MS heroes like you are committed to finding a cure for MS and doing whatever we need to do to support the people living with MS. And I'm just so grateful for it. But I'm so, so, so excited about tonight. We have lots of great things ahead of us. So Marisa, you want to get started?
Yeah, we have 300 heroes, over 300 heroes joining us tonight. And
that's amazing.
It's amazing. And we're here with the generous support of Express Scripts. One of our longtime partners has really worked with us on how do we adapt into this new world. And so a lot of us were used to being on event weekend and riding our bikes, but nothing is stopping us right now. And MS doesn't stop, and neither will we. And I'm so glad to have you here and the over 300 other friends that we have here tonight with us. And tonight, like you said, it's going to be fun. We're going to give you a preview of the weekend. You'll hear the man behind the monster truck voice in just a little bit. And really, you were just speaking so beautifully to why we're here tonight. And it's people with MS and their loved ones are the reasons that we ride. And while the ride has changed this year, our commitment hasn't. We know that there is still work to do. We have an incredible Bike MS community that is completely committed to ending MS for the nearly 1 million people living with MS in the US. And we know the disease has not stopped because of a pandemic. And luckily, none of you have either. And that's why we're here tonight. And we know that Bike MS is more than a ride. It's a complete experience. And it's coming together as a community for something way greater than what we are individually. And so we hope you are so excited for this weekend. And tonight, we're going to give you a little bit of a preview of what that world will look like as we move into this weekend, and what it means to still be committed to a world without MS, even though we're not riding in our traditional way. So we'll do a little housekeeping really quick, which everyone seems to be doing a great job so far. We have everyone on mute. We have a question box, though. We have some really awesome staff behind the scenes, staff that you know and love from the National MS Society that are there to answer your questions. So ask the questions in the question box, and they will get back to you. And if you have a question, chances are 10 other people are going to have the same question. So don't be shy. Use it as a fun way to interact, and we'll get started.
Thanks, Marisa. I am so excited. Bike ride weekend is always my favorite weekend of the year, and Bike MS Inside Out is only 3 days away. So I have 3 days to get really excited. And, it just brings people together. Again, my heroes, and we are all committed to ending MS. And whether you are riding inside or outside, we're excited to see how we're going to do this and what it's going to look like. Marisa mentioned a minute ago about that amazing voice we just heard. Now, of course, we're not in monster truck voice, but we have our special guest, Mr. Al Emmerich, and our Inside Out host of the day of the weekend ride. Hey, Al.
Hey,
Hello.
Al.
Hey, how do you both?
How's it going?
I am fantastic. I'm super pumped and monster trucked up for bike this weekend. Although I don't think I'll use that voice. I think people would fall asleep after a while.
I think it was great.
Thank you. Well, it is great to be here. You all have a lot of business to do. It's an honor that you give me just a couple of minutes. For those 300 plus that are joining us tonight, you made a commitment by being here to say, hey, this is important enough to me. And so the message that I really wanted to share, I've been a part of the MS, society for over a decade now. And the cool thing is I've had a chance to see not just the Bike MS community, which I've been a part of for a number of years, emceeing and hosting, but also other events within the MS family, walk, bike, Muck Fest, climb. And here's this consistent thing. This year ain't normal. And how can we hear that enough times? But what I wish you could each see that's going on behind the scenes is all of the intricacies, passion, heart, stress, strain that all of the folks
who are working behind the scenes at the MS Society are doing to bring a show to life. And so I wanted to talk about what normalcy looks like. Normalcy looks like you on a bike. Normalcy looks like you cheering on somebody on a bike. Normalcy looks like the imagination that you put forth to create your own ride experience, because that's the normalcy that you can create. What we're trying to do with this show is to give you some rest stops like you would normally, but have that chance to be entertained and also informed. Normally, you're only experiencing this on a local sphere in your community, but now you're going to have the chance to hear stories that you may have never heard before from all over the country. And these aren't just stories that are the stories that you've known. They're new, fresh stories that are going to touch your heart and touch your soul. But also, you're going to be able to experience this in a way that I hope you document. Meaning, when are we going to have a chance, hopefully never, but when are you going to have a chance to say, I was part of this inaugural, incredible experience that pivoted on a dime so that we can create a world free of MS. And when you post on Facebook, when you talk about the experience, when you get creative, or just sit on a bike in your bathroom, so the rest stop's real close, whatever you do and how you do it, you're part of this history just as much as the broadcast is part of this history. So I encourage you to watch this show, to be a part of it, go out and ride, listen for those stories. We've got the cool prizes. You're of course going to have a chance to go ahead and see your peers raising money. There's the jersey contest. Thank you, Primal. But what I want to leave you with is this chance to say, why should I invest the time to be a part of the broadcast as well as ride? Because this broadcast is the kind of glue that allows you to see your peers from across the country. And that world free of MS is what we're trying to do together. And I'm just overcome with the pride that we're able to be together, all of us, even though we're virtual. And speaking of together, one of the folks that's joining us is Shamar Moore. If you're not familiar with Shamar Moore, he's the incredibly talented, good-looking star actor of SWAT, Criminal Minds, and apparently, Audrey, you guys are BFFs, right?
I mean, right? Shamar is an amazing ambassador for the National MS Society. His connection to the National MS Society was through his mom, the beautiful woman living with MS. And she was just outstanding. And, Shamar and I, and if you look at the screen, that's him and I. He was so fun at the SoCal ride a couple of years ago. I got to meet him. We hung out, had lots of fun. He sang happy birthday to my daughter. It was so much fun. He is truly inspiring. He's truly committed to creating a world free of MS. And, I'm so glad that we met and are friends through bike events. Like I said earlier, Marisa, these people are my family. And I mean, if I can have Shamar as part of my heroes and my family, then I am all excited about it. So we are definitely excited to have Shamar with us at our Bike MS Inside Out event this weekend. Join us when you're going to hear his story, hear how he got involved, and you'll just love him. And he's just a great guy overall.
He really is. He really is. And all of you inspire him. And he talks a lot about that, put aside that he's, a famous, actor, but this is true to his heart. It's true that what he does for, in the memory of his mother, and all of you out there that are getting out there and writing no matter what really inspire him. So you're right, Audrey. I mean, again, the heroes are coming out, and this is truly an amazing Bike MS family.
It is, and it just shows the commitment that it doesn't matter who you are, how much you raise, but just being there, being a part of this is truly outstanding, and everybody does make a difference. And so it's really exciting. So I'm so excited to have Shamar back again this weekend. And so, yay, it's going to be fun.
I know. I'm so excited to hear about the first virtual piece that we've converted.
Oh, yes. All right. We are so excited because not everybody is obviously going to be riding outside. They're going to be riding inside, but this is the important thing is your virtual packet. And that's going to be huge because the National MS Society has made that even though we're not all riding together on our event, we're still making this special. We are still giving you all the fun pieces of what makes the actual in-person ride fun and just doing it in a different way. So your virtual packet is going to be your digital bib, your I Ride For bib, your selfie station props and stickers, scavenger hunt card, schedule of events, and certificate of completion. You should already have access to your virtual packet. So if you haven't already, make sure you download it and go through. It was shared in the emails in the past, but also you can go to your website through the National MS Society and get it from there.
Yeah, I actually just got my email today with my virtual packet.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And it's also in the chat box below. So make sure if you're looking for it, you go there. And we're going to and go into a deeper look about all these pieces. Because like I said, the National MS Society has done an amazing job making this event, even though it's different, just as outstanding as you would be riding in person.
And what would be a Bike MS event without our bibs? Right, we're gonna have fun with some bibs, and whether you're, however you're riding, whether it's inside, outside, in a socially distanced group of friends, by yourself, we're still gonna have fun and rewarding milestones along the way. And our bibs are something really fun that you can create to remind yourself who you're riding for. So it's easy, 3 steps. You can share it on social. I love the idea of sharing it on social. I've heard from other amazing fundraisers that once they've shared their bib on social, that people actually remember, oh my gosh, Audrey's riding this weekend. She had sent me something before and I totally forgot to donate. So this is a fun way to kind of poke at your supporters and remind them, hey, we're still doing this. And it's just a really neat way to show your passion, to show who you're riding for. And to share with your network why Bike MS is so important to you.
Absolutely.
And so
I'm so honored with the bibs. I'm sorry, Marisa. I just get so
oh,
excited.
no, they're fun, right? You use them so well.
And I just feel so honored when I see people saying, I ride for Audrey. And I mean, it's just, it just means so much. So yeah, I love it.
And it's fun. So you can customize this however you want. Of course, with the name, you see the different pictures that are there. It's really easy to do. And again, I really encourage you guys to do that last step of sharing it on social because you never know. Like that's one of those last reminders to someone that says, yes, I want to support Audrey or whomever this weekend as they're going through this. So the bibs are still here and we're going to have a lot of fun with them. But you're also excited about something else. You love a prop.
I'm excited about this because I love pictures. I take pictures throughout the entire ride weekend. And just because we are doing our ride a little bit different doesn't mean you can't take pictures. So in your virtual packet, as I said, we created some selfie stations pictures. You can do it like the people right here. You can put them on popsicle sticks. You can put them however you want. Take a picture and share them on social media. We are so excited. We want to see what you're doing. I am telling you, in my last Bike MS virtual ride in Texas, I took so many pictures. I actually got blocked off Facebook for a little while because I kept sharing. They told me I was sharing too much, but that's okay. So make sure you take your pictures and share them. Definitely use these. The props are in your packet, and they're also on the virtual packet webpage if you need them. You can just print them, cut them out, and hold them up. And this is a #1 way to definitely get your fundraising up there. Let people see what you're doing. And then also for the people who have already donated to you, they can see that, you know what, even though we couldn't have a ride in person, I'm still committed to creating World Free MS and I'm still doing it. So it shows them what you're doing. So these are awesome. We love them.
They're really fun. And hashtag Bike MS Inside Out, because with all of this, we're trying to create a real swell of awareness on social media around the world. And this is a really cool opportunity to show the world why Bike MS is so important and the work that we do for people living with MS.
Absolutely.
So we have one more little fun treat to introduce to everyone tonight. We're going to be doing a scavenger hunt on event day. And there's 2 versions. There's an indoor scavenger hunt and an outdoor scavenger hunt. And we are so lucky to our scavenger hunt sponsor, Monster Energy. They are an incredible supporter of the society and are sponsoring this really fun opportunity to give us something to do while we're out there riding this year. So you can print this card ahead of time, or you can take a screenshot on your phone. And the goal is, as in any scavenger hunt, to mark off as many squares as you can. And when you do that, post them to your social media channel. Again, we'll probably say this a dozen times tonight, Bike MS Inside Out or Bike MS Inside Out Challenge, and that will be on the Scavenger Hunt card. And we'll have 4 winners that will be randomly selected. So get this, 2 are going to receive a Bike MS swag pack. I mean, which will include socks. You know, the socks will be in there.
Can't you tell I love swag?
Yep. So 2 will get a swag pack, and then 2 are going to receive a really awesome cycling kit from Showers Pass.
Very cool.
Yeah, so there'll be challenges within the Scavenger Hunt card, and again, print it out, put it on your phone ahead of time, have some fun with it, and hopefully as you're going along, you can win some fun prizes. Everyone will have until Sunday at 11:59 Eastern time. So everything of this timing is Eastern time. So I feel you, my friends on the West Coast, because I'm here too. But it does remind me, as Al was talking earlier about this really awesome opportunity for this live broadcast, the other awesome opportunity is we're also recording it. So as you're creating your day, if you want to start at a later time, if you're even on the East Coast and you're riding more miles, you're not ready to do a rest stop yet, you can kind of choose your adventure along the way. So you can do some of the fun live things, but you'll get just as much fun and excitement if you decide to do some pre-recorded things too, if you want to do a longer bike ride or you want to start a little later in the morning.
Yeah. And you know what I loved about these, Marisa, is that you can actually get your entire family involved in this. And it's not just there on the side just cheering you on as our typical bike ride. This is like, hey, we can all do this together. So it's a lot of fun.
Very cool. Well, speaking of family and friends, they're going to be really interested in what we're going to share next on the next slide, which is the schedule and what's going on ride day. So again, all these times are in Eastern time. So 10 a.m. is a live opening ceremony presented by PGA Tour and friends of our Gateway chapter of National MS Society in the St. Louis area. And you'll want to log in a little bit early. Just to make sure that that you're settled, that you're ready. We saw people in September having small socially distanced get-togethers in their garage, having a little breakfast. We saw people getting on their stationary bike in the morning. We have some friends that will be going into Zwift in the morning. So you'll wanna start there. We'll have a special mission moment and safety video by Clorox, which has been very fun to work with them, and how fitting of the times that Clorox is our safety sponsor this year. And then starting at 10 Eastern, or 10:15, I'm sorry, we'll have the send-off sponsored by NFI. So we'll be off and going. Then you'll see here we have a couple of rest stops. And at each rest stop, there's a really incredible story that will be accompanying the rest stop. And you won't want to miss those. Again, you can watch them live. If you're a little bit behind, whether you're in the time zone or you're riding, different mileage, you can catch it recorded later. But the McCartney family story and Ellie's story are really just the inspiration that you need at your rest stop to keep going. You're going to love hearing from these folks. And then the Primal Jersey contest, which Audrey's going to talk about in a bit. She loves a jersey. That winner will be announced at 12:45. But you can start voting live at 10 a.m. Eastern, and you'll want to tell your friends and your family to get involved. Again, this is a really cool way that they can have fun because they're missing out being at the event too. And so this is a really fun way for them to participate and do something fun. So we'll have the voting from 10 to 12:30 Eastern time, and then a live closing ceremony with our friend Al. Well, our friend Al will be there all day, but he will close us out at 1 p.m. And then on the right, you'll see the different Zwift routes too for our Zwift riders.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we're going to put in the chat, I'm sure it's already there, the schedule for event day, so you can pop it up on your computer and check it out afterwards. And again, just so many highlights. We're going to do a virtual brewery tour with Team Left Hand. Left Hand is one of our presenting sponsors for Bike MS. We're doing a lot of fun check-ins from bikes from coast to coast and the mission moments as well. So it's going to be a really great, fun, inspirational day.
Absolutely. Just hearing the schedule, hearing all these things, I am so excited. Now, one of my favorite things at any Bike MS event is definitely the Primal Jersey contest. And as you can tell, I have all my Primal jerseys hanging behind me. I am so thankful for Primal. and they are truly amazing. But look at these top 5. Marisa, these jerseys are awesome. I mean, Team Taco from the Valero Ride to the River, Sassy Southern from That's How We Roll, Intuit Schwinnet from City to Shore, Team Ox from City to Shore, and Team Wingman from Valero Ride. And, you know, I'm good friends with Team Wingman right there. So we are so excited. You definitely want to get out there and you want to vote starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Like Marisa said, these are the top 5. You've got to get and vote there. You know, I am so excited about voting. I cannot wait. Just because look at that amazing little medallion they'll get. I mean, how cool is that? Another
Well, and it's not little.
Yeah,
It's got a very,
on the screen.
no, but it's amazing. It's got this amazing, you know, WWF, WWE feel to it. You will feel like a champion.
Yeah. I mean, who does not need one of those? So we definitely want to make sure that you are voting and being a part of this, because I know from looking at these top 5s, how awesome this is going to be. I cannot wait to see who wins.
And a huge thanks to Primal. They have that team has just been incredible in the way that they've been helping us, and they've stood by us through all of this. And again, this is totally different than what they thought they were doing at the beginning of the year. And the team there is so committed to Bike MS and to the society and to
Absolutely.
creating a world without MS. And so it's really fun what they have planned for us. It's gonna be a blast. They're a great team, and we're so appreciative for Primal support.
Absolutely. And like I said, I love my Primal jerseys. They're amazing. They're everywhere. We're really excited. But you know, Marisa, there's also another part of this and you mentioned a minute ago about rest stops and all the amazing things that are happening there. And it just kind of warms my heart and gets me even more excited for the fundraising challenges and the prizes that we have. You know, we are excited. Our fundraising challenge sponsor, Discover Bank, is put on some amazing things. I mean, look at this Garmin RTL 510 bundle rear view radar. This thing is really cool. You
were getting so excited about this in the pre-broadcast. You cannot stop talking about it.
I mean, safety is everything, but this is really cool. So it can detect a car over 150 yards behind you and let you know about it. And I mean, right there, that's so outstanding, because that's one of my biggest things, that I want my heroes to be safe. And, you know, especially down here where I am in Texas, on the Texas roads, we definitely, you know, we have big trucks and fast cars. So we want to make sure that we're staying safe. So everyone that raises $100 on their day of event will be registered or have an in for that. Hopefully they'll win it. We'll see. And then we're also excited about right there, those that raised $300 or more, putting in for a Peloton or a bike up to $2,500. And every $100 raised, they get another chance. So, I mean,
Audrey, people showed up during fundraising week. It was phenomenal. I mean, a lot of people that are here with us tonight and your teammates really had a lot of fun with it, but we raised a lot of money for people living with MS, for the research that we do, for the programs that we're funding, and the way that we're trying to adjust. How do we connect with people in the middle of a pandemic and still provide those incredible resources? You all showed up, and it was awesome. And so anyone who raised $300 during that week is entered to win a Peloton. And then for every $100 that if you were eligible that week, for every $100 you raise after that, you'll get an additional entry too. So this is going to be really, really fun.
Yes, and who doesn't need another Peloton or another bike? I mean, how exciting is that?
Yeah, so, and can I brag a bit? My little behind the scenes people just gave me a note. Sometimes I feel like I need my earpiece, like we're on the news, right, Audrey? We actually raised over $770,000 for September for Inside Out, and October was not going to be outdone. With less rides, you all raised over $675,000. So think about that. In these 2 weeks, we raised almost $1.5 million to create a world without MS. I mean,
that is amazing. Thank you to everybody so far. I mean, y'all are truly my heroes in saving my life and everyone else living with MS. So wow, that is outstanding. And there's still time. We can do this. Let's see how much more we can raise.
Do it. And just for the asterisk, we will announce the winners for these challenges and the Scavenger Hunt on Monday, October 19th.
Yes. I cannot wait to see who wins. Maybe me? We'll see.
We'll see.
And then, one of my other favorite parts of the ride is not just saying, yes, I did it, but it is the celebration of having a certificate of completion. And this is in your virtual packet. But, my biggest thing is being able to say thank you to my heroes for saving my life one petal at a time. And having this is just a way for you to show what you've done and the difference that you've made. Because whether you are riding inside your house or outside on the roads, you're still making a difference. So make sure you print out your certificate. Make sure you take a picture of it using the hashtag BikeMSInsideOut. Take a picture with yourself. We want to celebrate all of you, all of the heroes that are making the difference. So I can't wait to see this ride weekend and be able to comment and thank everybody. So make sure you print out your certificate and tell us how many miles you rode. And there's my dog in the background.
I love it. She loves the jersey too. And she loves swag. She's in the perfect time because we're going to talk a little bit about swag. And we know some of the heart and soul, some of the most fun things that we've earned over the years doing Bike MS is with some of the swag that we've earned and some of the jerseys that we wear in honor of and frankly in pride of what we're doing together. And we still wanted to create, even though we're doing this differently this year, we're not all able to be together in person at our local rides. We wanted that opportunity to recognize teams, do a little bit of competition, and really recognize our top fundraisers, both across the country and in our local markets. As Al said, this is really a collective coming together to change lives for people living with MS. So we're so excited to be able to continue this type of recognition. So after you cross the finish line and you print that certificate of completion, you post your last minute, you post that on social, you're probably going to get a few more donations once you show that certificate of completion. We're going to encourage you to get to that ultimate finish line, which is our fundraising deadline finish line on December 4th. And you and your team can earn a lot of awesome Bike MS gear after the ride, along with your local top fundraising jerseys. Those are still here. So even though we're doing this different type of national event, the local top fundraising clubs and jerseys are still there, which I know is one of the most coveted symbols of work, determination, and again, a little bit of pride. So your local staff, the awesome Bike MS staff that I get to work with every single day, we'll email you and help you share on social media your local jersey to sign. And they're going to keep you informed of your qualification status. And you know how good they are at that. They know how good you're saying, you're at number 5. Do you want to be at number 4? You're going to be in the top 10 or you're almost in that top club. They're phenomenal at that. And it's because they love seeing you succeed. They love seeing you have fun. And they're the most committed staff I've ever worked with. And they are going to be reaching out to you to make sure that you know what you're eligible for, you know where you are in the standings, and really to create that local experience as well and keep you really committed and connected with your local team.
Absolutely. And y'all are amazing. The society is amazing about that. And, I have to say, I get excited about top fundraiser jerseys and everybody does. And so make sure, as we're kind of just talking about everything that's involved, we only are 3 days away.
Only 3 days.
I told you I'm getting excited. So make sure just to think about everything that we talked about. Get your virtual packet, get your bib created, get your selfie station props done. Be ready for this event because you want to be over there. As we talked about earlier, if you're doing a Zwift ride, excuse me, you want to make sure that you sign in 10 to 15 minutes early so you are ready for the ride, just like we would on an actual ride day. You wouldn't just show up at the starting line after we say go. You want to make sure that you're there a little bit early, get all set up, join us for the event. So it's going to be great. Make sure you've done everything because I want to post on it. I want to say congratulations. I want to say thank you so much for writing. So make sure you're using our hashtags.
Yeah, the connection on social media is going to be so much fun this year. We have a lot of fun frames. We have stickers. We have a lot of the fun pieces in your virtual packet that we talked about earlier today. And if you haven't yet, right now, text Inside Out 17 to 68686. You see it right here on the screen, and opt into our text. That will be kind of your guide on the day, on this Saturday as you're going out on your own experience, your own Bike MS Inside Out. That's going to kind of give you, when we're about to start. It'll give you some previews of rest stops and things like this. And we're only using it for Bike MS Inside Out. And so really, if you haven't yet, do it now. It'll take you a minute. It'll text you back. You'll have to confirm, just like anything you opt into on text. And after you do that, make sure you utilize Bike MS Inside Out all weekend and update those Facebook profile frames, your Instagram stickers. Let's paint social media with Bike MS this entire weekend. And we know you're all reaching for those final fundraising goals. And Audrey really talked about some really cool ways that she's using things in the virtual packet, how she's using social media to give that friendly reminder to people who are writing. And one of the things that's different is usually we don't have the opportunity to ride on our bike day because we're out doing our ride. And this year, with the way we've done the different rest stops and things like that, you're going to have a really cool opportunity again to post what you're doing, how you're doing it differently, and still show your commitment. It was so neat in September to see people riding from coast to coast. We had a team in Hawaii, which is beyond the coast to coast, riding that day, and all the way to the East Coast. And it was just so neat to see the jerseys, their friends and family cheering them on, and that camaraderie coming together, which really drove us to, reaching those fundraising goals and doing something greater than all of us for something really, really important.
Absolutely. And you're right. I absolutely loved in September when we got to do this before and seeing everybody, because as a ambassador, I and my national team, we've gone to other rides, but I haven't been to all of them. But I have loved seeing how other rides are going and how other jerseys from other rides that I wouldn't have experienced. So this is definitely a fun aspect of it.
Yeah. And that's why we're all here. We want to end MS. So keep a lookout on our broadcast this Saturday to see the top 100 fundraisers on our special shout out scroll. And then you're also going to receive an email tomorrow with all the links you need. And you're going to be hearing from your phenomenal Bike MS staff. If you earn that coveted gold top fundraiser club bib with your ranking. And I guarantee if you're close to being in that top fundraiser club, they're going to be reaching out to you too to make sure you know.
Absolutely, they are. Absolutely. Marisa, just with all the things that we talked about, I truly am so excited, but I would love to hear what everyone else is excited about.
Let's do it.
I want to hear. So make sure that you use the poll and tell us, what are you excited about? Are you excited about the Scavenger Hunt and fundraising challenges? Are you excited about the personalizing your virtual bib, adding a Bike MS kit or Swift Garage, or connecting with other riders, or supporting the National MS Society mission? Of course, that's what we're all excited about doing, but I would love to hear what other people. Marisa, what are you most excited about?
My change from last time, I was pretty excited to see the Scavenger Hunt and fundraising challenges last time, but this time I'm really excited to see the bibs.
Yeah.
And to see who people are writing for and what their motivation is, and people get really creative with photos and things like that. So that's what I am. What about you?
I would definitely say connecting with other riders, because I've never done the shore ride. And so just seeing all the riders and the jerseys from that side of the country, I'm really excited about that.
So cool. All right. Well, I think everyone's had a chance to vote. So let's see what the survey says.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Oh, we have the best group. This is awesome.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely.
I'm not surprised, but I do love the connecting with other writers too. That's what makes it so fun. But it's all really fun and exciting, and I'm glad everyone's interested in trying something out a little bit different this year.
Absolutely.
So before we jump into answering questions, and we'll have some people pop up live that are taking your questions behind the scenes. I know some have been answered. Audrey and I haven't been looking at them at all, so it's kind of a surprise once we see them. But first of all, Audrey, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be able to share any time with you and any stage with you, and your commitment, your dedication. You're a hero to me and so many of us here today, and I just wanted to thank you for your time.
Well, thank you. I truly am so grateful. I'm thankful for the National MS Society to let me come on and volunteer and say thank you to all of my heroes out there. And it's truly just outstanding. And I truly mean it that you're saving my life one petal at a time. And, you know, your commitment and dedication to the National MS Society is making a difference. And so I'm extremely excited to be here. And I'm extremely excited about this weekend. And I can't wait to see all of you in person once all of this is over.
And thank you to our sponsors too, PRIMAL, Left Hand Brewing, Point B, Valero, and today's kickoff celebration sponsor, Express Scripts. These companies did not back down in a time where they easily could have and said, you know what, it's not going to be the same this year, or we're not sure where we want to be. We never had any conversations like that with these sponsors. They said, we are with you all the way, and they continue to support the society's work. And for that, we are so grateful. So thank you for continuing to sponsor Bike MS.
Yes,
And lastly, for all of you, I was looking at the count just a little bit ago, that have committed either your end of day or your dinner time or a time when you're supposed to be doing homework with your kids or whatever that is. Thank you so much for joining us. You're really what makes all of this possible. And Audrey and I are really honored to have you join us tonight. And on behalf of all the staff at the National MS Society, thank you so much for your commitment. Thank you so much for being part of this work. You're the reason why that we can continue to do the work that we do. And together, we are more powerful in ending MS.
Absolutely. Thank y'all all so much.
So with that, that ends kind of the formal part of the night. Even though we started with the monster truck voice, I still think that was pretty formal, right, Audrey?
Absolutely.
We're going to invite some friends up to start helping us with some questions. Some of them Audrey and I might know the answer to, and if we don't, we have the fabulous Erica Barnum, who some of you may recognize. She's our director for Bike MS in Colorado. And Chris Frau, who is our Associate Vice President of Event Experience and really was a leader in putting this type of event together for us this year. And our fabulous Curtis Spear, who you guys have talked to on social, I guarantee it. And Britta Powell, who is one of our fundraising support rock stars. And if you've called and have had a question about something, you've definitely talked to Britta or one of her amazing colleagues. So you guys, thanks for joining us on stage.
Yes. Can I give a shout out to all of you and the National MS Society? Y'all have done an amazing job with everything that y'all have done throughout this crazy year that it's been. So really and truly, thank to each and every one of you and everyone else in the society, because we could not have done these amazing things without you. And y'all have done a fabulous job in a very difficult situation. So thank you.
Thank
you.
Well,
thank you. And I got to say, Audrey, you have a ton of shout outs on here. Phil wants you to come to Ride City to Shore next year. There's a lot happening around. You're a woman in demand. I'm stealing Leah's words there.
Hey, reach out to me. I would love to come out and meet everybody and say thank you.
Yeah. Well, you've got your dance card is full, I'd say. We have quite a few questions around Zwift, so I want to just toss it over to Chris to address the September jersey, Bike MS jersey issue.
Yeah, absolutely. I was trying to respond to many of you, and then I decided I would wait till the end to respond. So for those that joined us in September, we did have a technical glitch with Zwift on the Saturday event. And I'm happy to report, though, for October, we will have the Bike MS jersey in the Zwift game for those of you that are participating in October. So just a reminder to unlock and keep that jersey in your garage. You have to complete one of the 3 routes. You can choose route 1, 2, or 3. My dog is excited about Zwift as well. And then if you complete one of those, then it will stay in the garage forever. And so to do that, you must unlock it on Saturday. We're still trying to find a solution with Zwift to fix the technical error that occurred in September. So stay tuned for information on that. We know many of you are disappointed. We were too, and so we will get that resolved as quickly as we can. So hopefully that helps answer the Zwift questions, Erica. Let me know if I missed something.
I think that was a great recap of what's going on with Swift, and hopefully that's good for everybody out there. They know something is on the way, but it's in the works as we're working through stuff with Swift. Maybe Curtis, you could touch just a little bit on the Strava Cycling Club. There were a lot of questions in there, and I'm sure a lot of people might want to know. There were questions, one, about how do you join the ride on Strava, and two, just where you can find this club.
Yeah, totally. So first and foremost, we want you to ride however you want, however long you want, however short you want. We have created a Strava club that you can all join. There's about 4,300 total club members across the country and counting. So it'd be awesome to have you join. It's a free app that you can download, and then you can track your ride through GPS. And so you don't have to join and track a specific route in the club that day. It's just an opportunity for you to connect with other riders. And so if you use a different route, or if you use a different application, or even a different GPS tracking device, you can totally do it that way as well. And then there's no official route that we're sharing in Strava. We're just telling people to ride however they can. And then as you complete your activity in Strava, it'll automatically sync to any club that you're a member of. So we'll see your rides come through. And then on the same website where the live broadcast will be, there will be a running list as rides complete from Strava to show people's rides as they finish, and then overall how the Strava Club is doing on a weekly perspective on total miles they've rode that week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And could you just give a shout out to what the name of the club is on
Yes.
Strava?
So it's called the Bike MS Cyclists, and when you see it, it'll have a verified check mark next to the name, and then I'll also throw a link to the club in the chat as well.
Perfect. There were a lot of questions around the I Ride with MS jersey, and I can just speak to that quick. Check with your local staff. They will have the most up-to-date information on your top fundraiser jerseys, your I Ride with MS jerseys, t-shirts, all that stuff you normally get when we're in person. They will be able to help you out with in finding when that's going to be delivered, what that looks like, things associated with that. So please reach out to your staff. They know a whole lot about this. And I have to say that everyone on the backside here did an amazing job of answering questions because we really don't have any left. And you presenting did an amazing job giving them the information. So
I saw one. Can I put Audrey on the spot?
yeah.
A woman who just hit $1 million. Someone said, and maybe they were answered, but it was a great question, is I'm a little tapped. I think Facebook is a little tapped out for fundraising. And I kind of get it right now. There's a lot going on Facebook. A lot of people are asking donations for various things. So I'm sorry we did not plan this, but I think what are some of the things they're looking for? What tips have you done outside of social media to really help people, donate to you and to your team?
Well, so something that was really great, and I mean, it's hard to find things that are great about the pandemic, but I have to say, us using Zoom was a great way to have like a Zoom happy hour fundraising event where we could create and they could literally Venmo money at that moment as I talked about MS and talked about
that's neat.
Pride Weekend. And it was so fun because we were having a happy hour, of course, in our own social distancing screen of ourselves. But it was a great way because we invited people over via Zoom to say, hey, come hang out with us. We're going to talk about MS. And people could donate $5. They could donate $10. They could do whatever they wanted. And so utilizing that, because you're right, it is hard on Facebook, especially now in a pandemic where people are kind of tapped out and they're worried about their jobs and things like that. But just talking to them and giving people the why you ride story, really giving them that connection. If you just say, oh, it's because I like riding a bike. Well, okay, that's great. You know, they're supporting your heart healthiness. That's wonderful. But also telling them, sharing my story, reaching out to one of the ambassadors through the National MS Society, your chapter can give you a list of ambassadors that can tell you their story, invite them to the Zoom call and have them share their story. And it's truly amazing when someone can make a connection to why they ride, they will do it. And I've told this story before. But there was somebody that was participating in an event. He was just doing it because someone dared him to ride 187 miles in Texas in April. And it's hot if you've never been to Texas in April. And he just did it because of the dare. End of day one, he was like, no, I'm not doing this. Again, this was too much. Da, da, da. I went up to him, shared my story, thanked him for being my hero. And day two came and he was on his bike ready to go. And he's like, well, I appreciate you sharing the story, but 50 miles to the finish line. I was like, yeah, but thank you. He crossed the finish line. I called him out and said, thank you so much. You're my hero. You saved my life. And he has continued to ride for like 10 years now.
Because that's so cool.
He made that connection. He made it. And so you have to get creative and you have to see what can we do to make it. One of the things that my daughter's doing is actually making Christmas ornaments, and they're just little handmade things, but she's selling those, and that's a great way to fundraise. And everybody has a little bit more time on their hands at home to get crafty. Something else, I had a friend, and you can't really tell, but she made earrings out of some bike parts. And so she was cleaning her chains and the chain was kind of falling apart. So she actually spray painted them, added hooks to them, and sold the earrings.
Oh, that's so cool.
So,
great.
Yeah.
And you know what you said, though, that I love? And I think it's hard for us as humans sometimes to talk about our why and our story. But that's why Bike MS is the largest cycling series in the world. Is because people are brave enough to share their story and it inspires others. And I think it is hard sometimes. I mean, Audrey, you've talked about this. Like, you've really had to lean in to say, this is important to me and this is why. And whether you have a direct connection or like the gentleman you mentioned, you have a connection now because your company has ridden for years, they do really respond to the why. There's nothing that all of us could drum up, whether it's marketing or on social. I mean, that helps amplify the message, but our stories are so important. And I think it's the ray of light that people need right now and a little bit of a distraction. So I would say don't give up, right? Just give it one more shot and don't be scared of talking about your why. And if you're creative, like Audrey's friends, there's some cool things that you could do too. I love the Zoom idea though. I mean, what a great thing to do before Saturday, just a Friday night pre-party with your friends. Like, I'm doing this tomorrow, come join me and send me off. And by the way, Venmo me something or get on my page and give me a donation.
Well, and let's just say, if you're having a happy hour, people are a lot more willing to spend money than they can ever. So, it's just exciting. And like I said, it's you get creative, you can reach it. Like I said, my team reached $1 million in cumulative fundraising, and we are not a big corporate team. We are friends and family level, 40 people. And we got creative. We all work together. And reach out to your team captains, reach out to your fundraising coordinators, reach out to people, reach out to the society, because there are people that have ideas that are happy to share. And of course, you can reach out to me on Facebook. I'm happy to share ideas as well, because we're all in this together. And
thank you. Thanks for letting me ask you that too. I know that wasn't totally planned, but it was such a great question. And I imagine a lot of people are feeling that too. Absolutely. What else? Is there anything else, Erica, that we've missed?
I don't think so. I think, we're wrapping up. So if you have any other questions, please reach out to your local staff. They will be able to assist you. Britta's on standby at fundraising support if you have any questions about fundraising or your donor drive. But we're wrapped up in the chat box or the question box here. We're all caught up.
That's great.
Erica, I was just gonna say one thing. I've seen a couple of questions come in about where do I see the broadcast on Saturday? And there's a few different places: Facebook, our YouTube page, and then bikems.org. And if you click on the October event, so you can see that in a variety of places. So I wanted to just throw that in. So make sure you share with your friends and family as well, so they can watch.
Awesome, thank you.
That's great. Everyone, thank you so much. Other society staff, thanks for joining Audrey and I tonight. And thank you for joining our kickoff celebration. We are so excited to see you this weekend. We guarantee you're going to have a great time. It's going to be an experience like no other. and we'll be riding together, and we cannot wait to see you then. So until then, take care, and we'll see you in 3 days. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.